I think this is on my toodles. Hey guys, greatest you. It is Tuesday, so we're getting into the greatest you. And just to let y'all know, if y'all see, not very much to go. I'm glad we don't got this. I'm glad we don't get this much to read. We only got like a little bit to read, so I'm glad. I did not make a video yet on the new truck we got, but well, actually, I made a video. I just have not posted that video up yet, so I'm going to get into that. I'll probably upload it today. I've just been trying to get some other stuff done. I haven't really been uploading videos. I've been doing other things and as well. So, into number 4, respect your relationship. The following directions form understanding that you're a team. You don't want to do anything to disrespect the ambassadors, the person that you're with. This really should go without saying. But another one of those things that seems to need saying. With a lot of people I meet, people will talk about their partners, short grooming, and group of other people. They show them up when they make a mistake. They won't stand up for them when they aren't available to stand up for themselves. They roll their eyes or make smart comments when the other person is speaking. That's wrong on so many levels. First of all, what does it say about you if you're with a person whom you so obviously don't respect? How does that make you look good? Second, if you love somebody, why are you spending time impressing? What do you love about them, him or her? And really, what are you hoping to accomplish by doing this? Do you think that your friends will think you're funny? Or that you're so good for torturing your partner? Do you think they'll think you're doing all of the heavy lifting in the relationship? Going back to being married to my ex-husband, before me and my ex-husband got married, he was living with his mother in Minnesota. And my grandmother, my mom, me, my oldest son, Jeffrey, he was just a baby. We went to Minnesota so he could see Jeffrey for the first time. And my grandmother said, well, the other grandmother needs to see her grandson. And I know that Janie loved her grandboys, Josh and Jeff. I know she loved Jeffrey and Joshua so much. But Michael, my ex-husband, decided to put a gun to his mouth, shoot a BB down his throat. Oh, nothing. He was trying to show off to, I guess, me, his friends, whoever. And he had a girl that he was dating. And at the time, and he says, don't come around, don't come by. My son's mother's going to be here, and I don't want a fight to start. There would have been a fight, because I would not have fought the girl. Her name is April. And I would not have fought April, because I really didn't give a damn. But when I did find out, I did get into a fight with her one time, but when I found out what she did to my mother, ex-mother-in-law, and my ex-husband, that really pissed me off. Kidnapping somebody's baby, because you're babysitting and saying it's yours, and then, oh, it's okay, and the parents report kidnapping, and my ex-mother-in-law and ex-husband was going to go to prison for this, kidnapping. That really pissed me off. But he did some really ungrateful things and showed off. Now, my husband now, I'm not going to lie, he shows me off. This is my beautiful wife. Yeah, she's a little chunky, little short, but she's gorgeous. I love her. And like this morning, before he left to go to work, let me take my glasses off real quick and I'll show you what he was talking about. He said, baby, it's a little too dark up here and right up in here is a little too dark on your face. But other than that, it's gorgeous. I love that eyeshadow on your eyes. So I talked about the gold eyeshadow palette, the one I'm supposed to pan that shade. And it is a dupe for the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. And I told him how much the chocolate gold palette was. And I showed him how much it was. He goes, well, how much was this one? I said, I got it off of Wish. I think I paid like $14. No, take that back. Maybe $14 or lesser for that. $12, $14, whatever. And I got it on Wish. And I say, you know what? I might have got it cheaper than that. I don't remember. It might have been $8, $7 or $8. I said, I really don't remember how much I paid for it. But I said, you can't get this palette anymore on Wish. I looked. You cannot get this palette. It's a limited edition. You cannot. Or they discontinued this palette, I guess. And you cannot get it no more. So I love it. And I'm never going to get rid of this palette. It will stay in my collection forever. I would like to get the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette and do a comparison. Like do one palette on one eye and the other palette on the other. And see if they can guess which eye is which. I don't know. But other than that, his friends tell me, what did you do to my bro, man? You got him wrapped around your finger. And one of his friends says, you got him wrapped around your finger. You hear that, you little bitch? And I was like, excuse me? He goes, no, not in a bad way. You're not a bitch in a bad way. He goes, he's not the same. I said, because he met a perfect woman that don't do drugs, that don't drink alcohol, don't smoke cigarettes, and don't do anything. And he goes, okay. But I'm good, and my husband is impressive. Even that he says I got too much makeup. You never have too much makeup. You always need more. Getting onto this book and getting it finished. I'm sure you've been in a situation where someone has done something like this to you. Maybe it wasn't a romantic partner, but it might have been a friend or a family member. How did it feel to be disrespected? How did it feel to have others see that this person had such a little regard for you? It's possible didn't feel very good. Then why would you ever want your partner, someone you're supposed to love, to feel this way? Okay. Not hear a noise. But that's okay. Getting into things. For instance, my mom always did for my second brother. Not my oldest brother, but my second brother, Brian. She always did for him. And I'm like, and when I married my first husband, it was all about him. Him. And I felt like, no, something's not right. And I didn't want it to be just about him. I wanted things too, but I didn't always get what I wanted. And I was bad because he would always go to jail. My mom would bail him out. My grandmother would bail him out. I was so jealous because my grandmother came and picked me and my brother up. We spent the day with her. My brother cleaned house. And he made like $20. And I did a little bit of work and I get a quarter. 25 cents. And so my grandmother had this little keychain that had an S on it and had a zipper. And I took her change out of there to go with it. And she knew I took it. My grandma knew when I took money from her. And I took it because I told her, I said, well, I took it because you gave Brian $20 and I did something and I only get a quarter. What can a quarter buy? She goes, you can put it in a bank and save it up and it has no value. So I was jealous of my brother for the longest time. But then when he started going to jail and getting into trouble, I was like, that's not me. I looked up to both of my brothers because I only had two brothers. And I looked up to both of my brothers. My oldest brother smoked pot. He said it did nothing for him, just made him sleepy. So I never did drugs as a teenager. I never did drugs. As an adult, I did smoke pot. I'm not going to lie. I did smoke pot with my ex-husband and my ex-brother-in-law. My ex-brother-in-law told me, oh, if you smoke a joint, it'll get rid of your diarrhea. That was a lie. So I smoked it to see, and it made it worse. My ex-husband, I had an abscess tooth back here that swelled up like a balloon. I think it was on this side. Or one of the sides. I don't remember. It might have been this side. And he said, smoke a joint. It'll get rid of your toothache. It does it for me. For 2 minutes, it got rid of it. It made it worse. So the kids I babysitted, their mother gave me a Xanbar, whatever the hell that was. I don't do drugs unless it comes from the doctor. Or it's over the counter like Tylenol, aspirin, things like that. But other than that, no. And you'll never catch me doing drugs. That's just me. I hate drugs. I think people who do drugs are dumb and stupid. My opinion. And I think that drug dealers and drug addicts should be literally put in jail for a very long time. Or if not in jail, in rehab. For 2, 3, 4 years. Whatever it takes. I think my son should go to rehab. I think my stepdaughter should go to rehab because he's a pothead and she's a pothead and they need help. And, you know, that's just me. And this extends to doing these things behind your partner's back. Even if your partner doesn't know that you're saying embarrassing things behind his back, he will still being hurt by it. And your relationship is still suffering from it. If you spend an entire lunch telling your friends what an idiot your partner is because he failed at something or because he's harmed, because you're influencing how your friends feel about him in a negative way. If my friends hated my husband, and I'm sure, I'm not going to lie, I talk about my friends behind their back. I talk about people behind their back. I'm not going to lie, I do. Some's good, some's bad. But when I do it, I look at God and say, I'm not trying to be mean, but that's just how I feel about that person. Like, I explained to y'all before about the guy that had a crush on me a long time ago. And it's like, I would say things about him behind his back, but it wasn't bad things. It's like, he wants this and I don't want that, you know? And things he was doing, he shouldn't have done. And that's what, you know, I was like talking about. But I have said things about my husband behind his back. Yes, I've talked about my husband behind his back. I tell my best friend, there's some things that has happened that me and my husband has done that happened. I'm not going to get into detail because it's personal. And my best friend's my best friend. And I've come up to her and I've said, have you done this before? Ever? And she'll say no. And I'll say, well, guess what? I did it. And I'll tell her things I've done. You know? And I talk to my husband about it. And it's just, to me, I feel embarrassed because I did do things to him that I should not have done, but I couldn't help it. You know, there's a lot of things. And it's not always negative things about my friends and family that I talk about. It is some good things. Yes, I do talk about my brother. Oh, my brother FaceTimes me all the time. And I don't want to hear about it. And he talks about mom. And, oh, it's Mother's Day. Mom's not here. It's her birthday. Mom's not here. And he cries over it. You know what? Get over it. You know, my mom's been gone since 2009. This is 2020. Mom's been gone for a while. I understand it hurts around the holidays. You know, there's times I'm wearing red lipstick right now. My mom's signature color was red lipstick and blue eyes, and I'm wearing blue on my eyes too. But there's things I do that remind me of my mom. There's things I do that remind me of my dad. There's things I do that reminds me of other people in the family. I mean, I sit here sometimes and Fortnite. I know a lot of people play Fortnite. I don't even know what Fortnite is, and I don't play Fortnite. And when I see the commercial about Fortnite or hear about Fortnite, it makes me think of my oldest brother. Because that sounds like a game he's probably playing or a game he will play. But, and there's other things that I think about when I do things. I think about my friends too, like, my best friend, her roommate loves carrot cake, and I've been wanting to look for a sugar-free carrot cake recipe so I can give it to her so she can make it for her roommate because she's a diabetic. I come up and I posted on her Facebook Messenger. I posted Hostess Twinkie pickle Twinkies, and she goes, "Oh no, gross! She don't like pickles." And I don't think her roommate likes pickles either. I love pickles. And there was a thing posted on Facebook yesterday. Name some food that you like that other people would not eat. And I said pickles and vanilla ice cream. When I was pregnant with both of my boys, I ate pickles and grilled cheese sandwiches, onion and grilled cheese sandwiches, and pickles and ice cream. I would constantly eat pickles. And let me tell you, okay, my boys hate pickles because I ate a lot of pickles. I ate a lot of spicy food with my oldest son. And my oldest son loves spicy food, but he can't have it because he has a major bad ulcer. My youngest son, I remember eating a lot of peanuts, and he likes, what do you call them? He likes cashiers. Ugh. I don't like cashiers. And what's some other, I can't think of some other nuts, but the song was out, Gundam Style with the nuts, whatever. And he liked those, and I like honey roasted peanuts. That's about the only peanuts I would eat. Now I can't eat peanuts because I don't have any top teeth. So that's what happens when you don't brush your teeth. All the time you get teeth like mine. Anyway, let's finish this book. To the advance I always give to people, here is to give exactly what you expect in return. Unless you're really okay with your partner's disrespecting you. And even if you were when you started this book, I like to believe what you aren't now, don't do it to him. Instead of constantly reinforcing and respecting that you have for your relationship, you're out with others, make it clear. Things he did recently, make it clear, okay, that you really like your partner for who he is. Mentioning something he did recently that makes you proud of he or her, bringing up how stupid that, bringing him, or if he brings up something stupid he did recently, don't reinforce this by saying how stupid you thought he was for doing it. Instead, hold your tongue, or maybe even explain how he usually much better at this sort of thing than he was in that situation. This so holds people disappearing your relationship from the outside. Again, you've been through this. A friend tells you that you can do much better than being with the guy you're with. Your sister tells you that she don't understand what you see in your man. If you think these people might have a point, that's something you need to deal with, but right then isn't the time to do. right then isn't the time to let people know that you won't torture other talking shots at your relationship. I'm not saying that you need to give up everyone's impressions that you think your partner is the most perfect person on the planet. As we say, everyone has flaws, and some of these flaws are bigger than others. If you think your partner's flaws are so big that that's hurting your relationship, then you need to address that, and maybe even accept it time to end the relationship. But for anything short of that, the flaws are part of what makes your relationship. Remember that you have flaws too. And in some way, they're part of what you love. And if that's the case, then you need to make it clear to everyone who attempts to disrespect your relationship that you're glad to him regardless his flaws. Okay, we'll get into number 5. Soon. After 5, we'll be on chapter 10. So I may come back later and read the other one to get on chapter 10 for next week. This week sometime. For instance, I do have a flaw. I talked about the guy that had a crush and feelings for me, and I was talking to him and we were good friends. And I wanted to be his friend. I really did. I tried to be his friend. I've been ignoring his texts because it pissed my husband off. My husband was getting so mad that my husband literally started watching porn on his phone. He started talking to other girls on his phone. He says, well, if you can have this dude, I can have girls that are friends too, that I'm not friends with on Facebook, that I don't know, that he knows. So we sat down and discussed this. And I told him, I said, nothing ever happened. Nothing will ever happen. And I said, first of all, I've been ignoring his calls. I've been ignoring his texts. I blocked him from my phone because I was working. Yeah, I have his number in my phone. Now, do I have his number in my phone? No, I don't have his number in my phone. I deleted it out of my phone. I took it off. He's been texting me here recently, and I've been ignoring his texts. On YouTube, he commented on one of my videos and said I look good. The only text I sent to him was thanks. That was it. I'm sorry. He was messing up my marriage. My marriage was going downhill because of him. My husband did not want to leave me. And every time there were things he did that made me appreciate my husband more. When, oh, your lips look good, tasty, juicy, I want to kiss you. It made me go home and tell my husband. My husband didn't read my texts that he wrote. I gave my phone to my husband to let my husband read the texts. I said, here, this is what he texts. Read it. And this is what I would text back. And I would let my husband read the texts. Because that's what an honest, true wife does. If you're honestly committed to your relationship, then you don't keep secrets behind your spouse's back. You don't keep things behind your boyfriend or girlfriend's back. You come forward and say, here. And I handed him my phone and he read every text. The text that said that he was texting me last night. Of course, I ignored the text last night because I was in bed doing things, but that's between me and my husband what we were doing. Watching a movie. We were cuddling together in bed and we were watching a movie, having a good time, laughing at Bruce Willis and Chris Tucker. It was funny. We were watching Fifth Element, I think it was The Fifth Element, and we were laughing and talking, and it was, a really good movie, and we just laid there and we were snuggling to each other. And first of all, before we started watching that, he was watching something else, and it went over, and then we started watching Fifth Element. and my phone went ding. But we weren't cuddling first when we started watching it. My phone dinged, and I said, it's him. He's texting me. And he goes, okay. So he said, leave it alone. So I deleted the comment. And he texted again. I deleted that comment. Text again. I deleted that comment. And my husband says, come here. So he snuggled. He kissed. I love it when my husband kisses me on top of the head, because it lets me know he loves me. He was kissing my head. He goes, you need to wash your hair. It's kind of greasy. And I said, okay, thanks for letting me know. I said, I'll go take a shower real quick. He goes, no, stay here with me. You're fine. Let's watch this movie. We snuggled and watched the movie. And then in the middle of the movie, he says, I need a glass of milk. I needed a glass of milk. So my husband's been making me drink a glass of milk every night before bedtime. Because it helps me sleep. It just helps me sleep. So, okay. This video's long already, so I'm going to cut it down. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. New to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of more videos. Probably later on today or tomorrow, something. I will be reading so we can get on to chapter 10. I'm going to try to read the last pages in this chapter. Chapter 9, so we can get into chapter 10. I'm so excited about the next things I'm coming into. I'm not going to get right into it after this book. I'm going to take a little time off because I'm trying to reorganize my makeup room. I'm trying to declutter things, basically get rid of things and keep things. So I'll get into things like that. But until next time, guys, I love you and hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye, guys.